It took 15 years from concept to reality. Westfield's Grand Junction Plaza is open. It's the city's new 6-acre park that's called a transformative part of downtown. How does Grand Junction Plaza fit into downtown development? Grand Junction Plaza is today's discussion on Mondays with the mayor, and Westfield Mayor Andy Cook is here to talk about that. The idea for Grand Junction Plaza preceded Grand Park, and we're going back to 2007, 2008. You were thinking of this real jewel back then. Why was it important?
Really, it came out of the 2005-6 comprehensive plan that really has just been absolutely the Bible for our entire development across our township. But there was a section in there about our citizens wanting a destination downtown. Now that's, happens all over the state. Everybody wants a unique downtown, but we've taken it slowly. We started, as you said, back in I think 2007, 2008 with the volunteer Grand Junction Task Group that met at times every week for literally years. That's how important the citizenry thought of what would happen in our downtown. Let me say, this was not put together solely by your local government planning officials. Did they participate? Yes. This was a highly citizen-driven project, and some would say, "Oh, it took so long." But to me, that's the beauty of the thing, because this group. They literally, they brought in some outside professionals, if you will, but they weren't looking for the professionals to come in and say, well, this is what we did in Albany, New York, and this is what we did there, and this is what we did. Let's duplicate that. No, I think the task group listened to several different consultants, chose one that was very unique, and Land Collective, a group out of Philadelphia, because they said, I think we see things a little differently here. And we don't do the same cookie cutter kind of thing all over the country. And I think that really appealed to our group, Chris.
Yeah, when you talk about you wanted it to be sort of a visionary use of that land down there. We're talking about 6 acres down there. Did it happen? Did it turn out the way that did it meet or exceed your expectations?
Well, as we sit here in the dead of winter, yes, it did. And it's open. It's amazing to me, even on these sub-freezing days, I go by there and little kids are climbing all over this playground down there. Now, obviously, opening it in the winter is somewhat of a challenge, but when you think about it, it's a beautiful thing, because there are, thousands and thousands of plants down there, huge part of its beauty, and we're all going to sit here and be able to watch it waken in the spring. It's going to be so much fun.
The other thing is that the park has a lot of components, which you were speaking about. The events, programming all of these events is going to be key, I think, for the use of it, for people to really find it as a destination.
Yeah.
Concerts, movies. But the other question is, do you see it as an anchor for downtown development?
Oh, it'll be the center point of downtown development, which is what it's designed to do. Just like Grand Park was designed to create an industry, a tax base, which it has so successfully achieved. The downtown Grand Junction Plaza is to supplement and entice further very well planned out development for our downtown. Just like Justin Moffat's Old Town development right to the north and to the east. And the interest downtown has been phenomenal. Even in this first retail development that Mr. Moffat is doing, his pre-leasing is literally through the roof. So the demand is real there. We want to be careful that we keep it unique.
Yeah, unique. You've mentioned this to me before, the uniqueness of making it, that area, unlike anything else that you would see, because you mentioned there's so much sameness when you go across city to city to city.
There is, and a lot of it, I mean, it's great. It's redeveloping, you know, you're not sprawling. We talked about sprawl before. But it's keeping that uniqueness and what makes us different from Fishers or from Carmel or from Tipton or from Noblesville. It's fun to watch it all comes together, and we complement each other, and we become more of an area and more of a region to again attract and retain our family life, our retirees that come here because their families here. It's all part of what we're trying to create, and that is a place.
What do you think this will do for Park Street?
Well, Park Street has become our identity, and what I find so fun about Park Street is that no outside consultant came here and said, you need to create a Park Street type of place. It happened because some of our own local investors decided, hey, working with the Grand Junction Task Group, wouldn't it be neat if we could turn some of these old houses into shops and restaurants and breweries, etc. It happened because Westfield people made it happen. And today, it's our identity. So yes, we will complement some of the new, but we also intend to continue to expand the Park Street atmosphere.
So we're talking about planning for the future, and that's next topic next week, and it's
Okay.
State Road 32, and we'll have a nice discussion about that.
We'll talk about State Road 32.
Okay.
It will be just as much fun as US 31.
All right, Mayor, thank you.